Hello there, World of Tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, World of Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be taking a look at two incredibly unique and fantastic replays. We're going to be starting off in Tier 6, playing the Tiger Kuromorimine. I don't know how to pronounce it. One of you can probably let me know in the comments who's a big fan of either Japanese culture or the anime itself. But in today's video, this first game, you're going to see just what this vehicle can do if put into the right situation. Then we're going to be going over the Tier 8 and playing in the World of Tornvagn, a vehicle that kind of got swept under the radar after its release, but I can tell you for a fact is absolutely insane. Now, the Tiger Kuromorimine features a pretty solid gun and armor layout. A lot of people are confused with this tank and obviously the Tier 7 Tiger 1. Let me clear, this is obviously not just a Tier 7 Tiger, even though it does feature good DPM and the same damage per shot at 225 and the overall same looks, the armor profile is obviously much worse. It's only about 100 millimeters on the frontal plates, and the side armor is also pretty easy to penetrate. As you can see, that Object 244 went directly through our frontal plate, no problem whatsoever. So this is a Tier 6, it's not a Tier 7, that's the first thing to point out. But, while it is a Tier 6, the gun on this vehicle is very, very nice. It's the same type of gun you'll find on the VK36 or even VK30-01P. It does 225 damage per shot and has a very, very fast reload. As you can see, we have already been able to dump out 1,000 damage into our opponents. But we're not done yet. We're going to see if we can get another shell maybe into this M6. Come on, somebody wants to poke me. Oh, there you go. M6 drives out in the open, and we get a nice shot for him. There you go. Okay, well, we got the Object 244 as well, and we're going to aim in right on his hatch. Well, I guess he shot, so we don't need to aim on his hatch. We're going to get a nice shot for 200 into his hull, just like that. Now we're up to 1,500. It's kind of funny to see how this vehicle has similar DPM to, like, Tier 8s, and it's a Tier 6 heavy. So we've gotten our first clear on the Object 244, but now we're moving on to our next opponent already, this one being a Tier 5 Churchill. This is pretty easy. It's like taking candy from a baby. The Churchill 3 has very, very little pen on the standard, and as you can see, unless he's going to load premium ammo, he basically has no chance of penning us, so I'm just going to keep on angling, making sure that I'm not directly straight towards him, and he shoots us in the gun. And there you go, we've now gotten our second kill picked up. Unfortunately, even though I've been able to get all of these kills, my team is still falling apart. But to be fair, this is a Tier 6 battle, and I don't usually expect the most out of a Tier 6 team. We're up to 2,500 damage, but we're not done yet. You can see the crazy, crazy good DPM of this vehicle just playing into effect here. Another nice shot into that M6, we're up to 2,900 now. The KV-2 does not get the kill, unfortunately, and the Skoda is able to finish him off. We still have 3 opponents left, though. It's, in fact, a 3-2-3. We have a T-37, VK30-01P, and a Y-5 T-34. Now, the Y-5 gets spotted off to our side, pens us, and then what the heck did my shell do to me there? I don't really know. Clearly, it did not want to go into the enemy. But that's fine. We were still able to get our pen out. We've got more health than this player, and we just need 1 pen to finish him off. Also, with that face hug, we were able to get a bounce. We're up to 3,260 damage dealt. We got a VK30 in front of us, and a T-37. The T-37 makes a pretty big misplay, and yeah, I'm really not sure what was going through his mind here, but he lets me ram him. We take off 140 with the ram, bringing him down to a one-shot, and just like that, he's a goner. So we're up to 3,800 damage, and we're going to try and pick up the kill on the VK30. Now, the only thing I have to be careful about is that vehicle features a very, very nasty gun, dealing 225 damage per shot. In fact, it's basically the same gun that I have. So it's a little bit scary that I could possibly die in one shot to him, but at the same time, he is now a one shot to us. So I've got my premium shells loaded, and we're gonna go for it. I mean, we're up to 4,000 damage at this point, so there's no real reason not to. Boom! We get the kill, we finish off the VK30, and just like that, an absolutely crazy victory for the Tiger Kuromorimine. As you can see, this vehicle, it's nothing insane. The gun is okay, the armor's okay, but man, were we able to use both of those so well in tandem this battle to deal 4,200 damage. This is the 8th all-time record for the vehicle, which I was honestly surprised even made it into the top 10, judging that this is a tank that's been out for literally like 7 years. But honestly, I can't complain. It's a fun vehicle, it's got a good gun, and it was definitely fun to play on live stream. So there you have it. This was our first replay in the Tiger Kuromorimine. The second game we're going to be taking a look at is in the World Tornvagn. This is the tier 8 Swedish, I don't know if it's a collector, I'm going to say premium heavy, because I am pretty sure it's a premium. It's a very weird vehicle. The best way to describe it is a Concept 1B in tier 8. The turret is incredibly small and has basically 0 weak spots. Even loading premium shells, you're basically going to have no chance of cutting through the turret unless you have upwards of 320-ish mils a pen, which even the majority of tier 9s don't have. Add that into the fact this vehicle features 10 degrees of gun depression, decent mobility reaching 40 kilometers per hour, even decent reverse speed at 14, and it's kind of got everything going for it. As well, the gun's decently accurate at .326, it's got good pen and a really good alpha at 400. On World of Tanks PC, this vehicle is pretty dookie, down to the fact that it has incredibly bad mobility, and its gun has some of the worst DPM in tier 8. But in Blitz, the vehicle doesn't need DPM. It's got hull down capabilities, and it's got mobility, which is another thing that the tank really doesn't have on PC. So we're going to take advantage of this nice gun and get a slap right into the enemy, motion for 385. Okay, thank you very much for your hit points. Now, at this moment in the game, I was a little worried, because we can see that the enemy team has 2 K91s and a motion, which are pretty deadly tanks, I'm not going to lie. We're also down a fixer already, and Batchat, my teammate, needed to get the flock out of there. So as of right now, it's not looking great for our team, especially because I've got to waste my time over here dealing with this motion. But we get a second shell out, and now we're up to 780 damage. I don't really want to rush this motion, so we're just going to stay hull down here. We got the Celestial, which allows me to get a nice shot right into his side. So we are up to 1100 damage at this point. We haven't bled anything, so just kind of free farm so far. Alright, well, let's just chill over here. We're going to see if that motion or somebody makes a misplay. The problem is I can't really pen the Celestial at all, but that's okay, because the motion just shows this entire rear end to me, and we're able to get a nice pen and dealing 1500 at this point. So my teammate is going to push the side of the Celestial, and hopefully that Emil gets the motion, so I'm going to come in here and help him as well, dig out of my hull down spot. Now, even though this vehicle doesn't have the most armor on flat ground, it does actually have a pretty troll mid plate, and if you do end up shooting it, you will probably bounce. Unfortunately, Batchat gets cleared by the WZ. I don't even know where he hit him, but he just managed to clear him, which is really not good for our team at this moment, because it's a 5-5. The problem is they still have 2 basically full health K91s, which, yeah, combined have upwards of 5,000 damage per minute. You're not necessarily excited to fight that. Now, we get a nice and incredibly lucky shot on the move into that K91, but that's okay. We're just going to chill here for now, but oh boy, the Pantera gets a wonky shell into me. Alright, well, not too bad. We still have a lot of health left at 1175, and we're up to a decent chunk of damage of 2300. So, as of right now, we're just going to try and be passive, not overpoke, and get some shots in. We see the defender, he drives into the open, and we get a nice clear. Okay, that was pretty important. K91 is going to get 1 pen into me, though, and oh boy, that's a pretty nasty roll of 371. At this point, we are down to 804 health, which is not necessarily good. But we were able to get a very nice slapper Rooney into that K91, dealing over 3,000 damage. Now, if the enemy wants to win this battle, all they need to do is full send my Emil 2, and then full send me. Use your healthy K91 to send my Emil while he's on clip reload, and then you can very easily kill me. But for some reason, the low health K91 decides to poke, and because of that, he is now down to a one-shot, which is really good for me. Plus, the other K91 decides to tunnel me over the one-shot Emil, allowing him to back up and get more shells into his clip. That is how you throw games. Unfortunately, the K91 track wheels, acting as the shot trap they are able to get a really, really lucky bounce, so yeah, right now we're still just going to keep holding. Now, that K91 is going to drive towards my Emil. I'm not able to get a shell into him. Oh boy, this is not very good. Thankfully, he bounces the Emil. And with that bounce, we are able to get a nice shell into the K91 and back in the cover before the enemy, other K91, can also shoot us. Man, there's a lot going on this game, and still a basically full health K91. If this guy rushes me at any moment, he just needs to pen his shots, and I am screwed. But as of right now, I'm holding, and we're up to 4,000 damage, and this K91 is allowing me to gain my shells. So this is fine. As long as I can literally just just keep reloading here. There you go, another nice shot in, but oh no, he pens me, which is not very good. I am now a 2-shot for him, which is, that's not very good. But the K91 misses his first shot, which is really, really not good for him. Now we face hug him, and this is the best possible situation, because in a face hug, this vehicle's quite hard to pen, and just like that, he bounces his second shell. Even though he pens us with the third shot, it doesn't matter. He's already screwed himself, and just like that, we're able to come out with a victory. I really don't know how we won this game. I'm going to be real. If those K91s are watching this video, which is possible, as they did say hi to me, my advice is, A, probably don't go medium side in your heavies. I don't know why you did that. That definitely was a bit of a throw. But even after that, if you had just rushed the Emil and then pushed me after, you instantly would have won. There's no way I could have held off your tanks with a single-shot vehicle with only 1700 DPM while you instantly kill the Emil and continue pushing on me. The problem was you stayed passive, you allowed me to bleed you out, and that is exactly the kind of situation you want in a vehicle like the Tornvagn. This tank has hull-down armor, and the only way you're going to do well in a tank that has hull-down armor is by sitting hull down and buying time. So, yeah, I mean, we played the battle as well as we could have and did 5,000 damage. So, at the end of the day, I'll take it. I'm not going to complain. The Tornvagn is an incredibly fun tank, and it's definitely one of the best tier 8s. And the Tiger was also a really fun battle. So, let me know what you guys think about these replays in the comments down below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.